Over the past few days I have been reviewing my previous woodworking videos and I've come to the conclusion they're not great. In fact, they're not even good. Having made that admission, however, I can state categorically that while the presentation is not good, the actual content is excellent. Dowels is the finest joining system on the market, bar none. At various times during the past 25 years, I have designed and built 10 beds, that is 6 single and 4 queen size units. At the outset, I had to find a way to provide solid connection between the mattress rail, headboard and footboard. In addition to strength was the requirement for quick disassembly in order to move or whatever. And to that end, I glue the dowels into the mattress rail only, not the headboard or footboard. I also use wooden or metal brackets to secure the assembly. Now, in 25 years, there has never been a failure. Let's get started. Now, obviously, this component here represents the mattress rail, and this the headboard or footboard, one or the other. Now, I'll show you two different joints here. This one with a total of 6 dowels in configuration I'd probably use for a single bed, and this one here with 8, an arrangement of 8 dowels would probably represent that required for a queen size bed. Now, I should note that there's various combinations you can use. That is using the indexing pin in conjunction with the guide block. You can do, this is a 6 here, 6 dowels, which is a very, very rigid arrangement. This is 7 with 3 in the center, and this is 8 again with the same number as the one shown here. There's also other ones you can use. It's all your own choice. Now, to begin, we'll start with the single bed construction. Now, what we do here is with the 2 reference marks on the reference faces. Now, we have a reference line here, so we don't need a check mark there, but we do need a check mark which relates to the line, so there and there. Now, we begin possibly by drilling first the mattress rail. You have a check mark here and here. Now, this is, in this particular instance, this is 1 inch thick. So if you remember the formula, half thickness, which is half an inch, minus 3/8 is 1/8 of an inch. So to center on the 1 inch rail, you insert a 1 inch spacer between the reference bracket and the guide block, and that will place you right in the center of this. Now, we place dowel marks on here to the check marks. We miss one and drill 2, 3 and 4. After you've done that, you use the indexing pin in the last hole and then drill 5. Then once again move dowel marks along, insert in the last hole and drill the last 2. Now, we can demonstrate that in the headboard. Now, you need the necessary spacing here, and also you need to expand dowel marks in order to accommodate the 3 inch wood. So you would install that after you've done it. Now your check mark is here, so that goes to there. And you come up to this reference line here. This check mark here goes to the reference line. And as you can see, I've already drilled these to save time. So we miss the first one, drill 2, 3, and 4. Now after that, you move it along, put the index pin in the last bore, tighten the dowel marks again, and then drill 5. After that, you've got the last 2 to do. So it's all very, very speedy, and it's very, very accurate, all within thousandths of an inch. Now once you've done that one, we can go back to our check marks. Your check mark here and there, here, and here's your reference line. And install that. Now you need some means of just securing it. It doesn't add strength, but it secures it. And I've made this up, this recess board here from, it's MDF, but I would actually, in usage, I would use red oak or some sort of hardwood, and that just fits snugly into there. Now you arrange your screw nail holes and your countersunk screw nail holes to miss the dowels. So you do 2 here, 2 in the centre, and 2 out here, and that's a very strong arrangement which will not fail, believe me. Now this is check mark 1. So you arrange your spacing. We're referencing from this face and this reference line here, and we miss one and drill 2, 3, 4, and 5. Move your along using your indexing pin, drill this one, and then move it again and drill the remaining 4. So you've got 8 holes here, and then go to your check mark again, check mark 1, your reference line up there. Very, very rigid. Now in this case, what I usually use is a aluminum bracket. Could be steel, whatever. And once again, this is on the inside of the mattress rail, of course. And once again, you want to miss the existing dowels, so you drill 2 here, 2 there, and 2 there, and using countersunk screws, fasten it, and it'll be a perfect join. It'll last for a long, long time. One of the strongest arrangements you'll ever see.